in believing something about yourself, you actually make it true. So if you believe that you are lucky, and if you believe that life is always working out for you, then it will always work out for you, because that's your inherent belief about life. But if you were to believe, so it's actually very simple. It's just about hacking your belief and hacking what you believe in, hacking your belief systems. And so simultaneously, if you believe that you're not lucky, or that things always go wrong for you, you're going to experience that in your reality. And I've been on both sides of the coin, and I can tell you just how true this is, you know? So the way to actually attract luck is to feel lucky, and is to become luck itself. So what does this mean? This means that you live your highest timeline, literally. So you believe that things are always working out for you because you are on your high vibing frequency. You do things that are good for yourself and people. You genuinely love yourself. Like the way you would fall in love with another person, you fall in love with yourself that way, right? The way that you see God in another person, you see God in yourself. And when we channel or tap into the energy of God, what happens is that we become very merciful, because God's qualities are mercy, forgiveness, even humor. And the more that we tap into something, the more we become it, right? So when you tap into God's energy, you take on his qualities. And so when you begin to take on the qualities of God, you move through the world with that kind of spirit, that protective nature. You know, you really want to give your best and do your best every day. You wake up and you cleanse the vessel, you dress the vessel, you keep the vessel clean, you feed it in through all of your senses the proper information and the proper vibration, right? The proper energy. Why? Because you understand that in doing this, you are serving the God within you, are serving God. It's like God has given us a body. God has given us abilities, talents, love in our heart. God has given us dreams and wishes, and God has given us hands, like everything that we need to create. Literally all the tools that we need to create anything we can imagine. And so if we do not utilize every single tool, including the imagination, what will happen? Well, they will be obsolete to us. We won't realize them. And so when we do not realize our gifts, they do not serve us. They cannot become gifts. They cannot be our gifts, right? And so when we don't realize our inherent gifts and we don't use them, they are not our gifts, nor are they anyone else's gifts. Because when you have a gift, you have to use it, you have to cycle it out, you have to utilize it, right? Because it's not just yours. Like, it is for you and for your immediate society or the globe, right? So each person is a house for all this ability, right? For all of this energy. And so this is what I call luck. Luck is human life. Luck is the chance of birth, okay? And so when we understand this, and when we see life for really what it is, we take advantage of every moment, and we do not let our mind become corrupted by any sort of negativity or fear, which is always a lie, by any sort of chance of unluckiness or lack of luck, right? Or doubt, all these things, because they poison the mind, they poison the cells of the body, they age the cells of the body. And we know that everything is energy, right? So it's important to understand that luck in and of itself is self-sufficient, it's self-definitive. And it is just a frequency or a feeling that we can tap into at any moment in time. You could be in the worst physical situation, and I know this because I've been there as well. And you can luck yourself out of it by understanding that you are luck, and by understanding that God sits within you, powering your heartbeat, and that life itself is luck. It's a lottery, if you will. And you'll notice that whenever you see increases in your money, or increases in your like just acquisition of things, or increases in your relationships or networking, you'll understand that it's just because, in your network, sorry, you'll understand that it's because of a feeling state. It's because of love. It's not because of anything else. Like, let's say again, I'll break it down a little bit. So let's say you've seen increases in your finances, or in your stats in some way. It's because you have had fun. You have flowed. You have been in a vibration of fun. You've been in a vibration of luck. You've been in a vibration of love. You've been in a vibration of essentially God feeling state. It's God's energy. It's supernatural in a way, and it's very normal. Supernaturality is actually normalcy. We have been conditioned and fooled into thinking that the mundane reality is unchangeable and that it's truth. No, my friend, mundane reality is both changeable and it's falsity. Why? Because it's temporary. So it's not lasting, so, but we are, as the infinite soul, which is never born and never dies, but just houses a physical vessel here for for a limited amount of time. We understand that we are above reality, like we are above physical reality, meaning, right? So this means what? This means also that we're above the body. We can shift and change and mold the body as we want just by feeling differently. So let's say you want to improve something in your body, you have to feel the state of the improved condition, For example, primitive example, but I know people that have work very hard to lose weight and then they'll gain it back. Why? Why does that happen? Because the psychology has not been attuned properly to the new state, right? So instead of being attuned properly to the new state, they're still living in their old identity. They're still living as who they were when they had the mind that was attached to the physical vessel, right? So what needs to happen is actually a psychological change. That's why when you work out, you don't just work out in a tired manner. You do it with excitement and with vigor, understanding that every moment you are molding your body. Workouts do not have to take time to work. This is another lie, that time has anything to do with manifestation. Time has nothing to do with manifestation, because we create the time that is attached to the manifestation that we're creating. So we don't actually sit underneath time, we sit above time. When you are manifesting anything, which we are always doing constantly through the imagination, which creates reality, we sit on higher dimensions, not the fourth dimension, which is time. We sit on the 8th, the 9th, even the 11th dimension, or the 5th, right? Usually for people it's the 5th, but if you are really into yogic practices, and if you really decide to ascend, you can sit on the 12th, and yeah, it's maybe not all the time, but you can go there, you can get there. Basically, it's very complicated and it's just really not necessary for me to explain, but it's important for people to understand that they can change their conditions. You want to know what else is really insane? There's somebody here walking their dog, and people look like their dogs, and vice versa. Why? Because everything is energy. It's just easy to understand this. So simultaneously, when you hold contempt for somebody, or when you hold a grudge towards someone, or when you're jealous of somebody, or you have negativity within you, it'll be shown on you, and it'll reflect in your life. And I'm here to teach you guys the basics of metaphysics so this doesn't happen to you. If you cannot forgive somebody, or if you hold jealousy or resentment towards somebody, please work on that. Please, because you're the only one who could solve this for yourself. You're the only one who can solve your life. No one is here to tell you how to live, especially within your mind, except for me. You know what I mean? Subscribe. So it's important that you resolve these things. And I've had to do this as well. There have been times in my life where I didn't think I could forgive somebody for something that they did. Personally, I'm a very tolerant individual, and I have tolerated a lot of stuff from people in my life just because I've been in that position too, somehow. So, ultimately, everything that everybody does is fine. Everything is worthy of forgiveness. And I know that sounds really insane for me to say, how can you say that, right? Because some things are not worthy of forgiveness. But ultimately, we cannot judge anybody else, right? Only God can really judge, because only God knows the soul's trajectory, the condition of the soul or the heart within somebody else. So we cannot play God. And human beings try so hard to play God, and it's just because they are missing the point. They're missing the point, which is that they have already a relationship with God. They don't need to play God. When you try to play God, you disconnect from Him because you think you are the doer of your actions. You are the doer of your ability to breathe. You are the doer of your ability to speak. Or, people get proud because they associate themselves with matter, with the body, the physical body. So instead, what we should do is understand that everything that has been given to us has been given through grace, and that everything is a gift, and that we have to use what has been given to us in order to maximize our life here and maximize the fruits of our actions here. And we do this by living through Him, and really living our life like as if it's His. They say surrender your life to God, which is possible to do, and you can do it. You can do it in many, many ways. And once you do so, you cannot go back to living the way you did. And if you do decide to, make wrong decisions, karma will be distributed to you like immediately, because now you have a responsibility, like you have a spiritual responsibility to live your life through Him, through God, and to actually do what He says, both in word and thought and deed. And so when you don't, the repercussions are immediate, right? And they could be in all forms and shapes. They could be through depression. Ask me about this. I'm telling you my story. Like, I've suffered in my life because I have given my life to God, and then I would ultimately like forget it, or again like associate myself with my actions, or just be very third dimensional. And I'm here to tell you that human beings don't have to be third dimensional. You do not have to be, because you're not third dimensional. Once the third dimensional body is expired, where do you go? You go somewhere, right? Like so you don't cease to exist. You are energy. You are life itself. So when you understand this, when you really understand who you are, like you use reality. You don't let reality use you. And so you have control over your situation. And it's through your vibrational state, it's through your happy state, it's through your good feeling state that you create luck wherever you go, that you become luck, And ultimately, like, this is the missing pieces of information that humanity needs, because people are not going to take the time to read about this stuff unless they really had negative experiences in their life, which will prompt them to self-study, which happened with me. And they actually go within and learn. Most people don't want to do that, so I'm giving you the sauce, of what has taken me years to understand. So practice what I'm telling you. Like, everything that I'm telling you is specifically for you. It is specifically for you because, like, we know each other, right? Like, how have you met me in this life? We don't just meet people by accident. You know me. So apply what I'm telling you, and understand that God is protecting your interests at all times. He is the only force in all of creation that can make anything happen. And like, He is luck itself. Let's say that. So when we tap into Him, we become luck, in a nutshell. TLDR. So yeah, so I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Comment down below if this video helped you. I really want to know if this video helped you, because it's important to me that I receive a response. Like, it's important for me to know who I'm helping, and it's important for me to know what they plan to do with this information and how they are going to apply it in their life, because that's the reason I'm here, for you. You know what I mean? Like, what else is the point of life if we're not sharing, if we're not giving what we have, if we are not expressing, communicating, leading? And one thing I want to say really quickly about leadership is that it has nothing to do with actual leadership. Like, true leadership is coming last. True leadership is humility. It's service. Like, it's putting everything and everybody's interests before yours. It's sacrifice of the ego, sacrifice of embarrassment, whatever that means, sacrifice of fear. Like, that's what leadership is. And I want you guys to be empowered to understand that you are leaders. You are a leader, and you can do anything that you want to do. You can do anything. There's nothing off limits for you. Please understand that. And if you think that you can't do something or be a certain way, you can. You can do anything. You can learn anything and speak about it. You can craft your body the way you want it to look. You can have anything in this life. Just see it within your imagination first. You know, everything that we have around us, we have manifested. Like, we manifest physical objects as well. First, it's the like mind space or the mind palace, then it's the body, then it's our physical surroundings, then it's the type of life we have, and it's all through our feeling state. That's why, you know, let's say you want to accomplish something, like I was giving you the example about working out, 16 on my timer. I was giving you the example about working out, right? You don't do it begrudgingly, like you don't do it negatively. You do it with vigor and joy. So in the same way, let's say you want to like make a lot of money or manifest something, or you really want your body to change or whatever you want, right? You envision it. You soak in the imagination of it. You soak in the feeling state of it. You soak in the experience of it within your imagination. So this could even be done when you take the time to meditate or before you fall asleep at night. Visualize, feel that you are already there. You know, and then you will be there within your physical reality, but you have to feel your way there. So hard work is never the answer. Yeah, work hard, but don't actually work hard in a way that is tiring for you. Work hard with joy if you want to work hard. But ultimately, working hard is just another phrase in the English language that we have come up with, right? And etymology is important to understand, because when you understand etymology, which is how words are formed and how phrases are used in the English language too, you can pick and choose which ones you want to use, you know? And you can say certain words that actually come true in your life. So that's why it's important to be picky about what you say within your mind, and about kind of like the life that you want to craft. So take some time to be intentional about that, because life is fully in your control. You are not just going through the motions. You have nobody to impress. You are not under anyone's reign or rule or governing. Life is up to you. You can have any life you want, any life you want. So figure out what it is that you really want. If you want like material things, you can have them. But I urge you guys to embody the feeling state of joy first. However you can do that. However you can do it. And then that joy will carry you to your best life, like the life that you could only imagine. Filled with everything that you can want, like color and vibrancy, material things, a good, healthy aura, a lovely personality, humor, friendship, connection, even material things if you want, purpose, a business, whatever you want. So that was my message for you guys today. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. If you enjoy, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos just like this, and comment down below what your favorite part was. Like this video as well, and share it with everybody. I love you, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.